Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. I got a quick message for you today. Come on in, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Monique. I'm a life coach, and I teach women how to take responsibility for their happiness, their success, and their freedom, right? And I hope and pray that my videos are inspiring you all, motivating you all, encouraging you all, right? But I was thinking about something. I'm out and about doing a little shopping today. And I was getting in the car and I got this download. I received this download. Um, when you are associated with people, when you are around people, and you're connected to people for a long period of time, like it could be family, friends, co-workers, be aware of these type of people. Don't even deal with these type of people. When someone is in your life and they decide to try to use the silent treatment to get you in line, the silent treatment to get you in order, the silent treatment to have you wondering and assuming and trying to figure out what it is that you did, and they don't come communicate with you. They're in your presence, but they're not communicating. And I'm not talking about the silent treatment like, when you have like an argument with your children, you're mad at your children about something they did and you guys are not talking for a day. Shouldn't go on no more than a day. They need their space. You need your space. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who want to try to manipulate and control you with their silence. These people will come around you. And I don't understand, because I think it's sick for a person to want to be around people that they don't care for. But I just want to say this because you have people that do go around others and they really don't like you like that. But what I'm saying is the people who go around you, come around you, are in your presence, they talk to everybody else but you. You guys are in the same space. They avoid you, or they make it known that they're ignoring you or don't want to deal with you. They don't want to they don't want to have a relationship with you, but yet they're in your presence. Beware of these people. Avoid them like a plague. Avoid them. Don't try to figure out what they have going on within themselves. Even when they try to come around eventually, because sometimes they'll come around after you're not running behind them and you didn't do anything to them. Even after they try to come around later on, don't entertain these people. Yes, you got to forgive them and let them deal with whatever they have going on within themselves that they're trying to, control and project onto you. Don't deal with these people. There's a saying, you believe people the first time. Believe someone the first time. What they show you, believe them. Don't try to go rewrite it. Don't try to let your empathy, you got to give everybody a chance. No, don't do that. This is where you have to use wisdom and don't let your empathy and your emotions override. Hi, Jacqueline. Don't let your empathy and your emotions override what somebody showed you in the beginning. Because what a person show you in the beginning is who they really are. Because there is no way that you don't know a person, you haven't gotten to know them, and they come into your space, or they come into your life and they treat you as if you're not important to them. Believe them. We have to wake up and we have to start believing and stop overriding what we see. Stop overriding how people are treating us. I used to do that all the time because I'm just so empathetic and I'm just so nice. I used to do it all the time. I don't do that foolishness now. Oh, I've got some sense. I got a backbone. I don't want to be around anyone who don't want to be around me, and it's okay. I don't want to be faking and being phony and trying to pretend. I don't want to be depleting my energy, trying to keep up with. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, I'm not doing that. I did that for years. Oh, I did it for years. So I just want to come and encourage you all. Don't do that. Believe those people. Oh, they showing you what they think about you. They are showing you who they are. You didn't do anything to those folks. They don't like that light in you. Your very essence is a threat because they wish they could be you. They wish they could, walk in that light that you have, because people don't have that light and they get jealous of that. And no, everybody's not jealous of you all. No, I'm not talking about that. Everybody's not jealous. I'm talking about the ones who are around people and they go silent on you. They don't even acknowledge that you're in their presence, but yet they want to be in your presence. How foolish is that? That's when you know you're dealing with some type of lunatic. You're dealing with a sociopath. You're dealing with the person who have some major mental health issues. Because there is no way I want to be around anybody who I feel we're not on the same energy wavelength, wave pattern. No, that's crazy. That is crazy. You want to be associated with people who see you as a person, not a person who's trying to see what you got going on. Because, people like to try to see what you got going on to see how you're going to benefit them. I remember I was at this event one time. It was years ago. That's when I had first published my first book. And I was at this event, this woman's event. And it was this person there that, I was just mingling. When I mingle, I don't lead with, education and my accomplishments and all that. I scan out the room to see if we're going to connect energetically, to see how I'm going to connect with people on an energetic level. Right? And, I was talking to this young lady. I didn't say anything about me being a published author or anything I had going on. I'm just talking, being me. And I've noticed once another young lady who knew me from being in the community, once she mentioned to this person that I was a published author, it's like her entire energy shifted. As if because I'm an author that I'm connected or something, or I got these connections. It's like she got more phony and fake as far as clingy. Like, oh, she probably could, she probably got some connects. No, you don't want to be around people like that. And I noticed that. I sat there and I'm like, her whole energy just shifted as if, I'm some big time person. No, I just wrote a book. That's it. Anybody can do that. It's a major accomplishment, but anybody can do that. But what I'm saying is, you want to connect with people who are genuine. You don't want to connect with people who want to connect with you because they feel like you got connections and you can hook them up. You can get them to where they need to be. Because people are like that. People are like that. I want genuine connections. And you got to be okay that you're not going to be for everybody. I remember there was a time in my life when I didn't know who I was. And I was in that people pleasing state because, I was connected to certain people who was associated with certain people. Let me just keep it like that. I was connected to certain people who was associated with others who I felt like I just had to I had to be associated with them. It just felt like I had to, and I didn't have to, because that person who I was associated with, who they were associated with, they didn't too much care for me. But I felt like because I was associated with the person who we had similar, who we had, who we were connected to, I just felt like it was right for me to try to, have a connection. And that wasn't the case. If I would have known now, if I would have had the knowledge now that I had when I was a little younger, but I've learned now, I don't regret it, I would have nipped that in the bud back then. I would have addressed that, and instead of being silent and allow the person to abuse me emotionally and mentally, I would have addressed it then, but I was too afraid. I was too afraid to say something because I didn't want to make people mad. I didn't want to make them mad. I didn't want to make people upset. I didn't want anyone mad at me. But I know a lot of people mad at me now. I know they big mad. It's like, she talking to me. What's she talking about me? We got stuff on. I don't care. I'm at a place now where I know that my healing is important. I know that my journey is important. And I know that my journey was for a purpose. It was purposeful. And my goal now is to continue my healing journey, and also to help others along the way. That is my goal. To help them see you don't have to just stay in the state that you're in. Because for some reason, I just thought I had to just remain in that toxicity, in that state that I was in. Always worried about people and pleasing them, and worried about if they're going to be mad. Like, I was just so stuck in a controlled state. I was stuck in a controlled state mentally. I was like, all the abuse that I've experienced for years, I never told a soul. I never told a soul. I never complained about it. I never complained. Never. So when I finally got some guts in 2019 to finally stand up to the one person and deal with her, ever since then, I say, you know what? I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to be allowing people to do what they want to do to me. Because they feel big and bad to do it. And I allowed them to do it. Because I didn't want to make people mad. Like, I was just so concerned about others. And like, I put my own needs. I put my own needs and my mental health and well-being on the back burner for someone else. How foolish is that? That's foolish. We got to stop being foolish now, chosen one. I put my needs, my well-being, my happiness just on the back burner because I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to feel like I was disrespecting a person because I stood up for myself. All while this person just came around mean mugging and bullying and had this demonic energy. And I'm sitting there quiet and trying to be the peacemaker. Being the peacemaker. Never complaining, never telling the soul. All while the person slander me. Look, the person slander me and talked about questioning my motherhood and all kind of craziness. But I sat there still, like the good old quiet, peacemaker, and didn't say nothing. But I tell you that story to tell you this. I shared that story. Not to put a person down, not to make them look bad or feel bad because I didn't call names. But I shared that story because a lot of times we allow our empathy to get the best of us. And people will dog you out. People will dog you out. They will mollywop you as they would say. Do they still say Molly Wop? I be trying to keep up. Which they will drag you if you let them. Jacqueline, just sitting there quiet. Because people don't believe. I used to be quiet. My daughter don't believe. I used to be quiet. I'm extroverted when I need to, but I'm quiet when I sense and I pick up on all this demonic energy. I get real quiet. I'll get introverted on you in a minute. When I feel that negative demonic energy, walk in the building or walk in my presence, I get quiet quick because I be trying to listen to what my spirit is saying. What's going on with this person right here? Let me see what's going on. Do I need to run? Do I need to take out Mr. Pepper? Do I need to brace myself? Yes, you got to speak up because that's what the enemy wants. Redeemed by God. The enemy wants you to speak up. I want you to be silent. He don't want you to speak up because when you don't speak up, you suppress your feelings and you will never get your healing. You will never free yourself. This is why so many people are tormented. This is why so many people are dealing with depression because they're suppressing what they've gone through. They're suppressing their feelings, the abuse. They're suppressing out of shame and regret and all this other stuff. Yes, they are. And this is what is driving them mental because it's too much suppression on the brain. You have to let it out. Hire you a coach or a therapist or someone. T, it's me too, honey. I pick up. Listen, I pick up on that energy. I just get. I'm what they call an extreme extrovert. They ain't gonna say extreme. No, I ain't extreme. I say I'm mild because I like people. I talk to strangers. But when that energy come around, it's like, what in the world just walked in the room? That's how the person I just mentioned talked to you all about. When that person used to come around, it's just like the whole atmosphere shift. And these type of people, you can't have them in your energy. You can't have them in your presence. You can't have them in your presence. Exactly, Keisha. You better silence them type of people. And people big mad. They big bold behind text messages and on the internet. That's why I have a block and delete ministry. I had somebody come under my comments on one of my posts that I went back. I monitor the messages. I'm gonna make a few of you all, the chosen ones, some what they call them, not monitors. When you can make a person a little assistant on your page to help with the the comments and stuff. But I had someone come in and say something. I don't even know what it was, but it was a disagreement. But it's okay if you disagree, but don't come over here with all that negativity and profane language and all that, because I'll block and delete you. And don't even remember moderators. Thank you, Octavius. Moderators. I'll block and delete you and won't even remember your name. I don't have that over here. You can disagree all you want to, as long as you do it respectfully. I don't agree with everyone. I definitely don't agree with everyone. But I don't go on people's page telling them what to do and how they're wrong. No, we don't do that over here. Not on this channel. You go on somebody else's house. That's just like somebody coming in your house with their shoes on, and you don't allow shoes on in your house. Yes, it's hard. Yeah, he say be kind. Yeah, we say we can be kind, T. I agree with that. Be kind, but we don't have to be nice. We definitely don't have to be nice. I'm kind all day. I'm not gonna be nice. No, not when you're not being nice to me. I'm gonna be kind because it's who I am. But I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to become agreeable. I'm not doing that anymore. I used to do that. I used to be a people pleaser. I'm like, when you look at the definition of people pleasing, my picture's right there. Like this. Always concerned about what somebody gonna say. Say what you gonna say. Say whatever, do whatever. As long as I'm doing the work on me, as long as I'm not allowing you to run over me, as long as I can put my foot down and stand up for myself and speak up for myself, you can do and say what you want to say. I know how to ignore people now. That's a powerful thing when you get to the point where you know how to ignore people and let them wallow in their stuff. Because when you're dealing with these people who are just demonic and got their own issues, any energy is good for them. I keep my energy for myself. I keep my energy. Any little energy they trying to siphon off you, even your negative energy. And you know what? This is what you have to do, chosen ones. Let me tell you. The most powerful thing I've learned, and people can say what they want. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say that's not how God is. All of this stuff, what people try to use to keep you in line, keep you in that passive, run over spirit where people can run over you. The best thing I've learned in how to navigate these demonic spirits is to ignore them. You act as if you don't even see them. Don't acknowledge them, especially the ones that's out trying to destroy you, because they hate to be ignored. They hate to be ignored. They don't like for you. But what I am saying is, when you see these people, just, Lord, just vanish them. I don't stay invisible. Invisible. Don't give them no type of energy. Don't look their way. Don't glance. Don't turn your head. Don't do nothing. They hate that. Oh, I mastered that thing. I don't have, a lot of folks that I have to do, but it's this one person. I don't care where I see this person. They're invisible. I'm seeing straight through them. I can be walking right towards them and I'm gonna walk right past them. Because the evil in their heart towards me, all of the mischief and everything they've done, the crimes they've committed towards me, I don't know. I don't want to deal with no person like that. The spiritual crimes that they tried to commit, like spiritually trying to harm me. You so hateful, you want to go try to put a spell or roots on somebody. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. That's how demonic that person was. Who would want to allow somebody around them like that? One time I thought I was going cuckoo. Didn't know what was going wrong. Didn't know what was going wrong. But the Lord had to deliver me and wake me up and let me see, oh, this was going on. I say, oh my goodness. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Joe. Remember Sarah Palin? I don't care what y'all say. I like the Sarah. I like the Sarah. I don't know what sign she is, Octavia, so I don't be getting into that. Her sign is evil. That's her sign. Well, that's her sign, evil. But yeah, no. You can't associate with the person, no way, who tried to harm you. Yes. Who tried to harm you, reap havoc on your family, throw rocks, and then they sit back and hide their hands as if they didn't do anything. No. I see you and God sees you, and you're going to reap that. you will reap that. But that's what I want to come tell you all. Don't let anyone use the silent treatment to control you, to bully you, to make you do what it is they want to do. When you see these people, run, cut them off. Cut them off, call it out, and you move on. Don't be afraid to call that out. Don't be afraid to call it out. Because the enemy likes to hide and think you don't see him too sometimes. Y'all have to know that. The enemy likes to hide. And when you finally catch on to them, they run and hide. Then they play victim. They become the victim after victimizing you for all them years. Listen, after they don't victimize you all them years, now all of a sudden, look, now all of a sudden, they the victim. Oh, it's poor old me. Now they want you to empathize and feel, no, nope, nope, don't do it. Pray for them. Yes, you can forgive them. Yes, that's just what it is, Octavius. You pray for them, forgive them, but disassociate yourself. Don't let your empathy keep you tied to these folks, thinking you have to reconcile. You don't have to reconcile. No. Unless if God is not dealing with you, if he is not dealing with you, your heart, no, you don't reconcile with these people. You don't reconcile with these demons. Because these people out to harm you. They want to get close to you to see what you got going on, to see how they can come in and do different things. Oh, that'd be the best. Look, that'd be the best thing when the trash take out itself, T. And I ain't mean to call your family trash. I ain't trying to call your family trash. But when you know what I mean, when the problems take itself out, oh, that'd be the best one. They think they be hurting you. See, when you go on your healing journey, right? When you go on your healing journey and you don't go try to connect with another person, if you're just getting out of a relationship or whatever type of ship, or if you distance yourself from your family or whatever, when you start your healing journey and you start doing the inner work on you, you start looking at where it is that you went wrong and why it is that you make certain decisions. When you start doing the work on yourself, it'll be easier for you not to be concerned with what other people got going on. See, when people think they're hurting you after when you start doing that work, when they think they're hurting you, they're only helping you. They're only helping you because you're not the same person that you were when they last saw you. You're not that same person. You don't have a few coaching sessions. You don't been down to the altar. You don't got you some deliverance. You doing the work on you. So you can heal and you can speak up for yourself and you can accept what it is, whatever it is that you've been through in your past. You can stand up and accept that and use that as a lesson. Use your pain for purpose and your lessons as blessings or blessings. You got to use the lessons for a blessing. See, this is when the enemy, and this is why the enemy don't understand when the chosen ones, rise up. When God used, although half of the time God don't put us in situations. Sometimes we put ourselves in it. But the thing I love about the Lord is he'll use even the mess we put ourselves in as a message. He will use the lessons as a blessing. He'll use the same thing that brought us pain to give us power. Y'all, I'm going to charge y'all for this. Let me pass my collection plate. Pass my collection plate around. He will use the very thing that brought us so much pain and shame to use it for power. What once kept us down and hidden and afraid to come out is the very thing that's going to bring us out. The very thing that's going to set us up on a platform and use our story to shed light on how good God is. And be like, if God used them, if he brought her out, he can bring me out. That's what the enemy doesn't want. That's what the enemy does not want. He wants you to be ashamed. He wants you to ride and hide in the corner. The enemy, he threw everything at me to try to shame me. And I took it and flipped it. I don't flip houses. I flip shame. I don't flip houses. I flip shame and pain. He threw everything at me to try to silence me and make me shame and make me go in the shell. I took that thing and flipped it like I'm flipping some pancakes. I flipped that thing. You hear me? I use that to glorify God and talk about what he brought me from, what he did for me in that time of me going through. Ain't no bowing down to no devil. Devil who and devil where? He just gonna have to bring it. He just gonna have to bring it. Whatever you throw, I'm gonna be throwing back. No, whatever you throw, I'm gonna catch. That's what whatever you throw, I'm going to catch and make sure it's a good catch too. And use that thing to show how God delivered me. To use it to show how the enemy tried to bring me down. And I still let that go. I still forgave. Okay? That part. I still did the work on myself. Say, you know what? That hurt me. I went through that. That thing hurt me, tore me up. But Lord, what can you do with this? Show me what it is. How can we use this? Show me. How can I use this to help somebody else get through their stuff? I know the enemy big mad at me. Big mad. Because I'm over here glowing and healing and not bowing. He threw his best mess. He threw his best mess over here. And guess what? Like the Energizer Bunny. I keep going and going and going. I could overcome anything with God's help. Because I'm going to go cry to my dad. Just because I don't have a natural daddy. I got a spiritual dad. I go cry to him. Go cry to him. Lord, forgive me. I repent. Help me get through this. How can I use this? Look, how can I use this? And what can I learn? And every time I go in and I cry to my dad, I be like, Lord, what did I do? I don't point the finger at nobody else. I be looking at what I did. How did I get myself here? So if I got myself here, how can I get out? Oh, we sure don't. No way. We sure don't. We come back bigger and better. We don't stay down. We don't know what that is. Down where? Yeah, we go down. We have to be knocked down. You know why? Because it's going to take us to our knees. Knock us down to our knees. We need that from time to time. We need to be knocked down. Because sometimes we do forget to get on them knees and pray. We forget sometimes. Let's be honest. Tell the truth, shame the devil. It's you know, it's unfortunate, but sometimes we got to go through things like this so we can remember who's been keeping us. Because sometimes we get comfy, we get in these situationships, and we forget about God. That's when you know you're in the wrong relationship. Any relationship that comes in your life and snatch you away from God, snatch you away from reading your word, not that they're telling you to do it. It is that energy that comes in your life and you just stop doing what you've been doing before you met that person. That's not your person. That is a person sent from the pits of HE double hockey stick to destroy your life. Anybody that comes in your life and now all of a sudden your prayer life has been zapped up. You don't journal. You don't want to go to church. You don't want to do nothing that you used to do where you had your relationship with God. If they're not adding to your relationship with God, that's not your person. I don't care how much they believe in God. I don't care. They can have a Bible tattoo. They can have a Bible tattoo on their face, all kind of crosses tattooed on their neck, wearing a cross. If these people come in your life and your relationship with God takes the back seat because you're so enamored with the love bombing, as they would say, you're so caught up in the lust and the activities, and that person is not helping you, leading you to God, you better run. You better run further. You better run. When they say to the hills, you better run. Because if you don't run, you are going to wish you had her. You're going to wish you was like Forrest Gump. You are going to wish you just kept running and running. And he didn't know what you going to wish you did. So remember that anybody who comes in your life and they're not pushing you towards, the person don't have to be perfect. I'm not talking about perfect people. Now, I'm not talking about perfect people. I'm talking about when you know you got your relationship with God, you got your little prayer closet, your little prayer room, you spending time with God, you be out of nature and stuff, and you know, you just feel good because you're trying to communicate and seek God for yourself. And you meet somebody and then all of a sudden, you ain't been out in nature. You ain't opened that Bible. You don't know what page you was on last. It's dusty up in there. You don't know. You haven't been to church. You're not going to your small groups or nothing. Because this person don't came in your life wasting your time. They don't come before God. They need to get the... But that's what I want to come talk to y'all about. I'll be here talking to you all. But I had to just tell you all that. Run from folks who try to use the silent treatment to control you. Run from them. You have the power. The power. You are the passenger. God should be the driver, but you are the passenger. You have more control of who you allow into your car. So let me go finish doing my little grocery shopping. I just had to come deliver that message. You all be blessed, okay? See, the sun is I don't know how my shade. I don't know where my shade at. The sun just radiating. So you all be blessed. Thank you all for chilling with me today. I hope you all enjoy your Saturday and enjoy the weekend. So y'all be